Hello Guardians, it is Ebontis here, and Xur has arrived. He is on Titan. This is his inventory for November 16th. So you're going to want to load into the rig, turn to your left, and we're going to head over here. I know a lot of you guys know where Xur is at, but in case you don't, just wanted to show you guys a quick, easy way to get there. Drive over here, and then he's just right in this building on my left. So you'll do a quick U-turn and come right in here. So let's check out Crazy Tentacle Face inventory. Alright, so we do have our isoconal Engram, your Fated Engram. It will guarantee you an exotic you don't have if you're missing anything from year 1. Remember, all year 1 stuff, still nothing new from Forsaken coming from this yet. But if you don't have Borealis, that's a good one to try and get. If you're missing something for like a 3rd class, do that. If you are missing something for, say, your Hunter, and you're on your Titan, it's not likely you're going to get a piece of Hunter gear when you're on your Titan. So if you're missing something for a certain class, make sure you log in on that one. Also for your Nightfall challenges, definitely pick up your 5 of Swords, your challenge card, so you can pick all your modifiers. This is where you do that. And now let's jump into the gear. First, we've got the Coldheart Trace Rifle. These actually got a decent little boost recently. People used to melt Callus with this thing, did a pretty good job. Other things have come along, but it's still a decent weapon and it's in a decent spot. I think they got a boost in inventory. Ammo amount, I think you would get. You also can take advantage of, I think, auto rifle perks for these as well on your armor. Cold Fusion is your perk. This weapon shoots a steady cold fusion laser powered beam. And your other one is Longest Winter. Coldheart laser does exponentially more damage the longer it remains on a target. So if you can keep firing at the same target, i.e. a giant boss, you can do more and more damage over time. This is definitely Arc, so depending on what you're running, if you want to run this, Arc is going to be a nice thing. Now, a Thunderlord coming out recently, you guys can check my video, see how to get that. If you haven't picked it up yet, make sure you pick up Thunderlord before the 27th, but you guys can see my video. I'll have a link in the description at the end as well, so check that one out. It's worthwhile to get. Kind of puts a lot of other Arc stuff to shame right now. But still, if you don't have this, I do recommend picking it up. Still pretty cool. Got some fun ornaments and stuff on it as well. Other than that, extended barrel, enhanced battery, and hand leg stock. Pretty basic stuff. Then we've got Knucklehead Radar. As more and more exotics come out, some of these older ones are really losing their luster, so I'm hoping Bungie does kind of a pass on some of these at some point to give them a little oomph. Because right now, Knucklehead Radar, it is a hunter helm, and basically it provides radar while you're aiming. Enhances your radar resolution while crouched. Now, crouching perks do seem like a very arbitrary and odd thing. People don't run around crouched all the time, maybe while you slide, but I mean, you're not really going to be ADS and crouched, just hanging in an area. And if you are, maybe you'll have a little better idea of where people are coming from, but you're just kind of in a tough spot if somebody comes up on you quick. So I think this one definitely needs a boost. Just having radar while you're aiming, it's basically like mid multi-tool. And it does help if you're learning PvP maps and understanding where people are going to come from, so you can kind of be ADS, like watching a point all the time, but if somebody comes up behind you, you're not going to totally get flanked. But generally, I think this one is one of many at this point, I think, that needs some help. You've got resilience or health recovery, got bow targeting, hand cannon targeting, and then hands-on, bonus super energy from melee kills. So these two aren't too shabby. Bow targeting is actually not bad either. Got shotgun reserves and also heavy ammo finder. So both of those are actually pretty good. Shotgun reserves, definitely if you're running around, doing some PvE stuff with your Ikelos, the more you can hold, the better off you're going to be. Heavy ammo finder, generally a good thing, especially in Gambit. Over here, we've got an Insurmountable Skullfort. Now, if you are a Titan and you don't have this, buy it. Just straight up buy it, because when you run your Arc subclass, especially the new one, Code of the Missile, basically what this can do is get you your melee back almost continuously. It's really good. Kills with Arc melee abilities trigger health regeneration and restore melee energy. So if you do the new, basically mini Fist of Havoc, it's the little kind of slam that's your melee when you jump up in the air. If you kill some people with that, you'll get your melee back sooner. Then you jump up in the air, kill some people with that, you get your melee back sooner. I think you guys get where I'm going. From what I've heard, this is a really, really great exotic for this subclass right now, Code of the Missile, and one of the few that pairs with it quite specifically. So it's definitely one of those things you want to consider picking up if you think you'll ever play a Titan, because it's actually got a pretty good use right now. We've got mobility and health recovery on this one. Now, one thing so you guys to know, if Xur sells 3 helms, they're going to have the exact same perks in these 2 trees. So not a big surprise here. Bow targeting, hand cannon targeting, hands-on, shotgun reserves, and heavy ammo finder. Pretty much all the same stuff. But if you have a Titan anywhere, somewhere, definitely pick this one up for that Code of the Missile subclass. It's one of the best for it right now. Finally, we have the Aeon Soul. I can almost tell you guys just to ignore this completely, because I think these Aeon ones are pretty weak. They had one last week, I think it was for the Hunter. This week we've got the one for the Warlocks. Aeon Soul. Throwing grenades grants the following to nearby Aeon cult allies, meaning they need to be wearing their piece of Aeon gear to get the benefits. Grenade energy to Warlocks, barricade energy to Titans, and dodge energy to Hunters. So basically it's going to help boost your allies' class energy if they're wearing the Aeon gear. Means you have to coordinate with people. It's not going to happen with randoms. And you have to give up pretty much every other exotic for this. And it's only for class energy, generally not the best. Generally, except Warlocks do get grenades. Other allies who are not wearing this Aeon gear get a fraction of the shared energy. So you don't get much, you get a tiny little bit. So you'll share it, but honestly, pretty much everything else is better. So you might, if you have a lot of shards left over, add it to your collection if you're going for triumphs and things like that. But honestly, other than that, I wouldn't really worry too much about these. Buy them, forget them, be done with them so they're in your collection and you're good. Fusion rifle loader, hand cannon loader, impact induction, shotgun scavenger, which is really good for PvP if you're looking for perks, and then heavy ammo finder as well. That is basically it. Xur, again, on Titan. He is on the rig in his little office complex over here. But I do hope this video helps you guys out. Going to be traveling some next week. Not sure I'm going to be able to do this one next week. But don't leave me. I'll be back the week after that, so don't worry about that. But if you guys have questions about the Thunderlord quest, any Nightfall solos, things like that, I've got videos up, so check those out. You guys can follow me on Twitch, on Twitter. It's Ebontis on both of those, or right here on YouTube. If you guys hit that subscribe button, it really helps me out. We just passed 25,000 subs. Thank you all very, very much for that. It is honestly kind of amazing. Never thought I'd get there. So thank you. Keep that going. And if you want to know when new videos come out from me, hit that alert bell next to the subscribe button, and that'll keep me in your feed. So thank you guys very much. Have an awesome day and weekend, and I will see you soon.